Welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway and a very special Thanksgiving Eve event. Tonight we bring you the FlyBy ARCA Series Money Race. Coach Pathwell up in the booth with you, joined with me by the man, the myth, the living legend, Air Force all the way, Mr. Jonathan Leach. John, special race tonight. A lot of money on the line. I saw the breakdown earlier. Why don't you tell the folks exactly what we're getting ourselves into here?
All right, well, it's great to be here with the FlyBy ARCA Series. This is a great bunch of guys. They always put on a great show, and as you can see here, it's at Charlotte. The tail of the race. It's going to be 110 laps, 3 stages. Stage 1 is going to be 30 laps. Stage 2 is 30 laps. The final stage is 50. They'll have 4 tire sets, a single fast repair. However, here's the fun part. Stage 2 and Stage 3, at the end of Stage 1 or at the end of Stage 2, there is a random chance that the field will be inverted. So you might
That's
finish
something
first.
different.
It is different. You might finish first stage 1 and restart last. So that in itself is going to be quite entertaining. Give me just a second here and I'll go over the potential earnings that these guys can make for positions.
It
Okay,
looks like we've got two possible chances at overtime as well.
absolutely right. Yes, there's two potential chances for overtime. The pole winner is going to receive $10. Stage 1 winner is going to receive $30. Stage 2 winner will receive 40. However, the winner of stage 1 is not eligible, so that amount will go to P2 if the winner of stage 1 is the winner again. For winning the race, you receive $80. Second place would receive 40, and third would be 20. The fastest lap will be a $5 payout. Most laps led will also be $5, and there will be a random drawing from everyone else not winning a stage or top 3 in the race for $40. However, they must complete the race running and have less than 16 incidents. So they got to stay out of trouble. And the
Well,
fewest
that's always a good thing.
it is, and these guys do a good job. So I think there's gonna be a lot of people on the line for that one. However, in the fewest incidents will be $10, and in the case of a tie, whoever finishes best with the fewest incidents will also receive $10. So, like you said, there is a ton of money on the line here. It's going to make for some fun racing. I don't expect anybody to give too many inches after stage 1, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely is. I'm looking down at who's here tonight, and a lot of familiar names to ESPN broadcasts. Uh, you know, David Collier's here, Connor Trafari is here, Elijah Ennis is here. We've seen those guys do battle time in and time out. Some newer names to us. Aiden Kirker currently sitting atop the pile. The kid from New York, really just putting it to him right now. Is he is 40 thousandths to the good, and these guys are hauling off into turn number 3 at close to 180 miles an hour. I'm sorry, 165 miles an hour. I need to clean my glasses. But, at those speeds, you're talking 2 car lengths. And then, I'm looking down through the field, and I'm very impressed that, throw a blanket over your top 5 is they're less than a tenth separating them. Um, so, this is going to be fun to watch. This is definitely going to be fun to watch as Hot Lap's getting ready to wind on down. There goes the checkered flag for the Hot Lap session, and ouch. Not sure if you saw that going into turn 1 or not, but that looked healthy.
Unfortunately, we did miss that. But you definitely made it sound like it was not a good thing.
From the grass to the wall, Dale Earnhardt style. And we've got cars rolling off. Looks like Mike Campigio is going to be the first one to roll it off pit road, and
Ooh, he's off
first
in the
one to put
grass a little
it back, first one to put it back on the pit road. He had quite the moment coming out of the pits. Looks like Ryan Camper's out on track right now in the 91 as he's getting ready to start his flyer. And just waiting for times to start rolling.
Holy cow!
Ow! That's
That's
the first time I've ever seen anyone put one over the wall like that.
man, and you know we kind of forget a little bit. These aren't cup cars, and they like to spin a lot more, a lot looser coming off the corner.
Absolutely. Is I believe this is an open set race too.
Yeah, that's what it. That's exactly what it looks like.
As Mike Butler in the Taco Bell 20, getting ready to post his first time. Pierce Moffitt in the 41, putting a provisional pull up of 30.239. Now, they are going to get 2 flying laps. Butler's going to slide into 6th quick so far, immediately drops to 7th, as there are guys cranking some off right now. Collier jumps up to 4th quick in the as Michael Heath jumping to the top of the pile with a 30 flat. So really cranking one off there in the 60. Timmy
That's
Reed
fast.
currently sitting. That's very fast. That's faster than he posted in the hot lap session. Only a couple of drivers going sub 30 in the hot lap session, though. We have not seen them out on track yet. As
I'm following Josh Duke in the 32 currently, making his lap.
Okay, let me find Mr. Duke.
Or excuse me, we, the viewers, are following Josh Duke
There
in the
you
32
go.
car.
Looking like a true broadcaster. I just need to find him. Let's do it the easy way. And you're going to notice a lot of different tape schemes on the back bumper of these cars. That's going to indicate what license level in iRacing these guys are. Duke running the yellow stripes means he is a C-Class license, which... Ow. Always playing with the new damage model. Always playing with the new damage model.
Isn't that damage model awesome, though, for these cars? Like, it's really cool. Like, it's not really cool when it's me.
I love it and hate it at the same time.
Yeah, if it's not me, it's awesome. But if it's somebody else, excuse me, if it's me, not good. If it's somebody else, wow, that's pretty cool.
As Aiden Kirker bringing it off pit road now, as he's going to start his out lap in the 509, number 39. Again, he went quick time in the hot lap session, and one of only, I'm counting, 3 drivers to go sub 32nd during that. So as he takes the green to start his first one. Now, you got to be real careful on the front stretch here, John, as I'm sure you're well aware. Touch the grass, and it negates your lap.
Oh, yes, it does. Just barely putting that left tire on it. It will. It'll cancel your lap out, and it'll be all for nothing. So
178 miles an hour before he had to jump on the binders to make turn 3.
Well, you know what? Let's go.
He is on a move right now.
He sure is. Let's go on board with him right here as he's coming into turn 1.
Well, that put him 8th quick after his first lap, and everybody has so far improved on their second. Let's see what type of improvement we can get from Aiden.
You know something that Aiden's really good at doing? He's really good at holding the same line consistently. He's really good at these 1.5 mile tracks. I'd expect to see him hug that blue line for a lot of it, like he did basically every lap here. So let's see what this one turns out to be for him.
Second quick.
Second quick, 30.01.
We missed Cole Williams in the 40 deuce, going the only one in qualifying to go sub 30 seconds with a 29.953.
Yeah, that's fast.
That's impressive. No drafting help. No trickery going on, just blisters one. And there's only a few minutes left here or about a minute, 2 minutes left in the qualifying session. Or did I just lock up? I think I just locked up.
I don't believe so. Oh, you did. Yeah, they're on track.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Lucky me.
we have a couple minutes, or a couple minutes, maybe 3 before they go here. So I'll go ahead and show the viewers our sponsor, Diecast Nuts commercial that you put together that I think is so awesome. Try to buy you a little time to get back in. Everybody enjoy this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Diecast Nuts is a community-based diecast site for all things diecast. Buy, sell, trade, share. And they do have a store that you can go to on their Facebook side. That's facebook.com/diecastnuts. Nuts with a Z, by the way. And enjoy the commercial.
And commercials coming now, fans.
Yep. Grit them.
Absolutely. All right, and we are back here after that commercial. So coming as the vehicles start rolling here, we're going to go through the grid. Starting on the pole will be Cole Williams with that exceptional lap time. Aiden Kirker right behind him, or next to him in second. Behind Cole Williams will be the number in the third position. It's going to be Michael Heath. Timmy Reed, fourth. Pierce, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Maffett will be fifth. David Collier, sixth. Josh Duke's going to roll off seventh. Ryan Beckering will be rolling off eighth. Kyle Durbin, ninth. And 10th will be Richard Kirker. Wow, you got a bunch of your New York fellas in here in the top 10.
Yes, I do.
Continuing down the line, you have Will Cuddy, and it's in 11th. Daryl Arnold in 12th. And I'm not going to be able to get through the rest of them before the green flag drops. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring these fellas to green. Bear with us as we still have a couple technical issues with my partner here, but he'll be right back with us and prepared. He got a little bit of blinking issues from the 39 car. Hopefully that gets sorted out.
Yeah, he had that during the hot lap session and a little bit during the qualifying session, and that it didn't hurt him too much.
Not too bad. And the pace truck is in, and Cole Williams is going to be leading them to the line. Cole Williams getting a big jump. Excuse me. This is odd. I'm showing some weird... Excuse me, everybody. I'm showing some weird timing stuff, but Cole Williams is in the lead. However, it's showing Elijah Innes currently in the lead, which is incorrect. He's farther in the line. So this time, Cole Williams is the current leader. Aiden Kirker is behind him. Pierce Maffett in fourth. Josh Duke rounding out your top five.
And Williams and Kirker have a giant lead as they haul it off into turn number one. There's a pack of angry wolves behind them trying to get it sorted out. Moffitt, Duke, Collier, Reed, and Cuddy all slugging it out right now. But 2 seconds to the good. Moffitt and Duke were a little late on the trigger. And here comes Collier to the inside. That was Reed to the inside of Cuddy to pick up the number 5 slot. Right now, the field's starting to get strung out. They're trying to find their groove right now and get things figured out.
They've gotten strung out rather quickly, at least between the top three. Cole Williams already has almost a second lead on Aiden Kirker, and it's a second and a tenth back to third of Pierce Maffitte. But behind them, things are a little bit tighter.
Things are really starting to get tight right around the number 6 slot, as you got Cuddy, Reed, and Durbin just throwing haymakers at each other right now in lockstep as they work their way around this 1.5-mile quad oval here at Charlotte. So Cuddy to the inside of Durbin as they haul it off into turn number 3, side by side. And Collier given plenty of room, and he might lose 2 before he's done here.
Absolutely. Like you're talking, Timmy Reed's now working on the inside of the 98 of Collier, and he will lose 2, as you said, and move Willie Cuddy up to 5th.
Cuddy to 5th, Reed to 6th, Collier back to 7th, as these guys are getting it sorted out, and there's a battle in front of them between Moffitt and Duke, side by side into turn number 3 as well. Turn 3 seems to be the place where you're going to want to make a move tonight.
I think you're right. I personally here, I love this track, and that's my go-to. You set them up in turn 1 and 2 and try to make the pass in 3 and 4, but as you see here, Duke kind of falls back behind, so he wasn't quite able to complete that pass. Looks like for the most part, everybody's single file at the moment.
Battle heating up for 10th, though, between Camper, Heath, and Arnold. As, again, those guys are in lockstep right now, trying to get things sorted out. As Arnold looking to the inside of Heath, coming off a 4. We had one into the wall. That was the 98 of Collier. No, it wasn't the 98 of Collier. Who was that?
I missed him, unfortunately.
That was the 91 of Camper eating the wall coming off a 4. Just pile drove the safer barrier. We stay green, though, as he keeps it pointed in the right direction, luckily.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of damage on the 91. It was Kyle Camper, you say?
Camper in the 91, and he pancaked the right side of that car.
Well, then I'd say he got a lucky break right there, because his car looks clean and he's still holding pace.
Now, the good news is for these guys is they each do have one fast repair, though they only have a 60% fuel fill and 6 tire sets for the entire race.
Not a lot, but plenty of tires for the length of the race, I should say.
As Elijah Innes and Richard Kirker going at it right now. Ooh, banging doors coming off of 4 as they're going to try to split the 91 of Camper. Camper's still not quite up to speed, so he's got more damage than he's showing. As Innes throws it to the outside, going through 1 and 2. Going to try to make the pass stick the hard way, going down the back straightaway. I am a step behind.
I definitely would disagree with you being a step behind. You always seem a step ahead on these broadcasts.
Yeah, no, I do that at least once broadcast, sorry. As right now, Elijah Innes has his rearview mirror filled with the 93 of Kirker. Kirker looking to try to figure out how to get around Elijah, as that's pretty much our closest battle right now, as the rest of the field seems to have got it sorted out and strung out a little bit.
Well, you know what? How about, since that is our closest battle, let's go on board with the 93 of Kirker, since we mounted a GoPro on his car.
Yes, it is. Richard Kirker running one of the only Dodges in the field tonight.
Really? I missed that.
Yep. At least I'm showing him with a Dodge Charger nose on that piece.
I'm showing an Impala. That's odd.
No, it says Dodge on his back bumper.
Huh. Maybe we're having a trading paints issue.
Let me see if we can get the high-speed drone in front of his car.
Yeah, I'm showing an iRacing Impala SS scheme.
You're
Yeah, Trading Paints could be acting up. It does this regularly.
Yeah, I'm showing him in a Harley Davidson Dodge Charger.
All right, well, fans, enjoy everybody's car being gray for a couple moments as we try to make sure everybody's scheme is loading correctly.
Oops.
I don't know. It's the internet. Sometimes it lets us down.
Sometimes?
No, I don't want to say most of the time.
Harley Davidson, and he is also apparently a fellow military person of yourself, rocking USMC on the rear deck on that car.
Yes, he is, and now it is working correctly. God, come on, internet. Don't fail us now. We're going to go ahead and put the drone back up, and there it is. You can see that Harley Davidson Motorcycles Charger, which, man, how did he get that to happen?
Got one going through the grass. That's going to be the... Ew!
117? What's that?
That was the 6th Daryl Arnold.
Oh, man, it sure was. Check out that Mario car, though.
Jeepers. Him and the 117 got together, and that could have ended a lot more poorly than it did.
Yeah, the yellow is out. Let's see how it happened real quick, because we're going to click a replay here.
Like the 117 was way off pace going into turn one.
It looked like Daryl was committed to that line and he couldn't move, carrying so much speed.
He tried to avoid him, but they did collect Elijah Ennis as Arnold was sliding up the track. Ennis was there, and there was more trouble going into 3. The 27 getting into it.
That's unfortunate, but fortunately for him, they do have that one faster pair, like you spoke about.
Spirrell in the 91, so tough break for. Wow, what the heck happened there? Okay, so yeah, the 27 just his driver or his spotter not doing his job. Called him clear high, and he was way off.
I'm trying to catch that at the moment. I had a small internet hiccup a second ago, but well, let's do that. Oh, wow. Sure enough, down into turn 3. Oh, I hate to say this. I know the fans should be able to hear me at this juncture, but I'm having a couple issues, so I'm going to have to take us to our intro screen momentarily to try to remedy this. I apologize.
Facebook page. That's facebook.com/diecastnuts. And you can find some pretty good deals over there for the special gearhead in your life. They happen to have some custom made garage signs. If you have a special Mopar fan in your life, for example, I believe Richard Kirker, if any of his family is watching, they do have some very high quality custom made Mopar signs for the garage, for the workshop, whatever you want to post them or hang them at. But diecastnuts.com or facebook.com/diecastnuts. Nuts with a Z.
And we are back, and unfortunately about a third of that spill they could not hear because everything went haywire. I don't know what happened, but it's fixed. And you know what? I do know what happened. We lost them because this is going to be really embarrassing. My leg fell asleep, and I jerked to try to fix it, and I slightly unhooked my headset, and it didn't capture everything until I reset it.
Head down the back straightaway here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. About halfway, and I did notice that caution laps are not counting tonight.
Yeah,
so
you know,
we're
and
still working lap 16, so we're at the halfway point to the first stage end. Cole Williams going to have the button as the field comes back to green. Field works its way through the 3-4 complex. Aiden Kirker to his outside. Pierce Moffitt, Josh Duke going to help them get a better restart than they did last time and not let those guys get as far ahead as they did. As the field works its way out of turn number 4, we're getting ready to have that pace truck make that hard left turn onto pit road. Pace truck is in. Williams has the button, holds him down. Finally, green flag comes out. Everybody gets ready to pull the trigger. Kirker with a great jump on the outside line. They haul it off into turn number 2. Or turn number 1, side by side. And still in lockstep. Williams going to have to slot in behind as there is a mad dash behind him. Oh, hip check being thrown between Josh Duke and Will Cuddy.
Everybody's getting what they can. Oh, somebody just hit a dive down pit road. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
It looks like it might have been Connor Trafari.
It was Connor Trafari, the number 25, but I don't know if that was intentional. Maybe it was.
So. No, he was avoiding something. I will go back and look. But he is not a happy camper. Yeah, he caught the apron and tried to save it and just could not. It was either go down pit road or eat the pit road wall. So it's the better part of that road. Meanwhile, up the front, battle's starting to really heat up for the lead. And I was wondering if Cole Williams had gone too hard too fast, as Aiden Kirker all over his back bumpers. They haul it out of turn number 4. Williams getting a little better drive as Kirker looks like he was dealing with a little bit of aero push on corner exit there.
Yeah, these two just staying right with each other. I wouldn't expect Aiden to let Cole get away this time. They're going to be right with each other. Some real battles a little bit farther back here. Timmy Reed is working on the number 60 of Michael Heath, and behind them, Elijah Ennis in the 68 and the 6 of Daryl Arnold going around I'm showing him as the 90 of Kyle Durbin. And the 31, Ryan Beckering gets around him too, so that's 3 positions on a straightaway, potentially 4, as Kyle Kinger is working on Kyle Durbin as well.
Looks like Durbin may have hit the wall coming off of 4.
And you know, I think I saw something like that happen.
Yeah, he did. He just brushed it ever so slightly and scrubbed off a ton of speed. It looks like it may have hurt the arrow on the right rear quarter of that 90 of his.
It very well could have. I tell you what, that's a really pretty Indiana car, though. I like that blue color, and looks like quite the tribute to Indiana. Really cool.
Yeah, but how about the car that's passing him right now?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. You got Kenny Heath passing, trying to make a pass on Kyle Durbin on the inside. Looks like Kyle just has to kind of let him go there.
And that would be another Dodge. Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network tribute scheme. I'll believe it was Jimmy Spencer drove that.
I believe you're right. Seems fairly calm at the moment. However, you got the 23 working on the 68 currently. Willie Cuddy working on the 60 of Michael Heath and the 68, trying to get up to the fourth position. However, it looks like Elijah's going to take a commanding lead for fourth in the 68. That was my mistake, actually working on fifth at the moment.
Robert Presley drove that car.
Oh.
Number 29. But, yeah, there's a gaggle of cars right there around Timmy Reed. Starting to get it sorted out a little bit as Beckering now fighting for his life. A little bit of contact as Kemper throws a hip check to Heath. And don't look now, but here comes the 93 of Kirker.
Yeah, the side-by-side battling is just going to bring these guys behind him right to him. I would say, from my experience, these cars, when they get side-by-side, it just creates an outstanding draft for the cars behind them. It's just going to bring a lot of cars into the mix, which it has done.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, this car punches a bigger hole in the air than you would think it would. And you can get such a tow going with this car that it can sometimes be a little scary. Especially if you're not used to just how well this car does draft up. It doesn't bump draft worth a dang, but you can get a real good run on those in front of you if you work the draft just right, even on a mile and a half like this.
Yeah, these cars, the draft, in my opinion, on a mile and a half or larger, it's definitely an effect, I should say. I kind of lost my train of thought or how I want to say that, but it's definitely an effect. Looks like they have sorted it out now, and they did that rather quickly. We're on lap 28 of 110, so coming to a close for stage one, as Cole Williams has a commanding lead now of, I wouldn't say commanding, but about a 1.7 second lead over second place Aiden Kirker.
Absolutely. As he works his way out of turn number 4, popsicle sticks in the air for your leader by 1.5 seconds. Now, to give you a little perspective on that, you're talking about half the distance of the back straightaway for Cole Williams over Aiden Kirker. As they should be coming to get the white flag this time across. And
stage one winner will be Cole Williams here at the FlyBy ARCA Series Money Race.
Well, no, that was the white. This is white flag.
Correction. That's my mistake. My mistake.
They are working lap 30 right now, and Kirker under heavy pressure right now.
From Daryl
Arnold. Yeah, unfortunately for Arnold, he probably already burned his fast repair, though. So, fresh tires paying huge dividends as Heath and Kirker both went down pit road. And there is the caution flag. So, give the stage to Cole Williams. Aiden Kirker...
Cole Williams going to be the stage winner. Daryl Arnold second.
I had Arnold... Well... Not necessarily, because apparently it reverts back to how they were at the line on the previous lap, because when they threw the caution, it looked like Arnold had the.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it looked like he was sitting in second. No, okay. All right, no, I understand what they did. They waited until the last person crossed the line last time.
Okay.
And once that person crossed it, they called it. So yeah, it was definitely the last spot where they were.
All right then. So while we are under caution, as the field forms up behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck, do we want to? Well, let's wait for him to come down off the jacks, because I guarantee you're going to see wholesale pit stops, as it's basically a freebie, and they might be inverting the field anyways.
That's going to say, and the bigger question is there going to be the random invert? Which will make this real exciting to watch drivers like Cole Williams, Aiden Kirker, Michael Heath, Daryl Arnold drive through the field.
They are not inverting.
Not inverting. Okay, not inverting.
So everybody going down pit road. Let's wait for Cole Williams to come down off the jacks and exit pit road before we start to try to talk to him if we can. I need to find him first. Found him?
Yep,
I have to figure out how to get him to us.
I can pull him in whenever we're ready.
I need to figure out where we are. So yeah, go ahead and wait for him to come down off the jacks, and everybody's going out the same way that they came in.
Yep,
and we can go ahead and grab him now.
Cole Williams, Jonathan Leach, in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Great run you had there, and I'll let you take it from here.
Well, Cole, we were kind of wondering early on if you were going out too hard too quick, but apparently your setup not eating up tires like everyone else's is.
Yeah, for sure, man. I was a little bit worried about that too. I looked at my mirror, and Aiden's, second back. Usually, it's basically the me and Aiden show when we do these ARCA races, and so far it's been a pretty good show. I was worried about that caution if tires were going to catch up. To me, I don't think that was the right decision. I feel like maybe having one set for the final stage is not going to be enough. It could end up being enough if we just go green, but right now I'm looking at my tires. They felt pretty good. I felt like. I wouldn't say it out, of course. You had to pit right there per the rules. We won't be inverting right here. I don't know if you've seen that rule or not.
We caught that.
So we will not be inverting right here. So that's good for people up front. But I was hoping for the next stage we don't invert it. Of course, now I'm not going for any money in the second stage. I'm just going to keep my track position and hopefully not race Aiden too hard. If he wants to go take the lead or do whatever he wants, he can do so. And hopefully we can just bring it on 1-2.
So you're basically going for a glory run right here, is what you're telling us.
For sure, yeah. I'm trying to, of course we got to bring it home in the last stage. I'm hoping that this can just run green so that we could have, what would be 3 sets for the final stage. So basically we don't have to worry about any tire strategy. We can pit basically after every 10 laps if we wanted to, or every 12 laps or so if cautions were to fall. But of course if no cautions fall, then that's going to be a 1 stop. So we'll have to do a green flag pit stop too. But these early stages won't have to do these green flag stops, which makes things a little bit easier. Hopefully this can just maybe just one more caution. If we can just have the stage caution, we'll be done for there.
All right. Well, sir, hopefully we're talking to you again in about 30 more laps.
10-4, thank you.
So that was your stage 1 winner, Mr. Cole Williams, telling us that he was a little concerned as well about going a little too hard too quick, but as it showed, he's got plenty of speed in that number 42 tonight. So lights going out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. So Williams and Kirk are going to fire it off in row 1. Row 2 is going to see Michael Heath and Daryl Arnold. Row 3, Elijah Ennis and Pierce Moffitt. Innes already moving up from his 19th starting position, sitting in the top 5 right now. So keep your eye on the number 69 or 68. This is gonna get fun, John. This is where everybody's got the car kind of figured out by now. You made those adjustments under caution. If you had to make chassis adjustments, this is now go time. There's some money on the line, and I guarantee you, Aiden Kirker wants to win the stage outright, but knows that he's got to hold on to at least second place to get paid.
And that's gonna help. But Aiden and Cole are there. As it sounded like in that little bit of their interview there, they're kind of buddies, I would say. So I don't expect them to fight each other too hard here. If they can get away, that's gonna be what they're gonna try to do. However, you got Daryl right there in that Mario Kart number 6, and he wants to win one of these too. So we'll see what happens as pace car comes in.
Pace truck is in. Waiting on the green flag to come out. Green flag comes out. We are back underway as Williams and Kirker pulled the trigger and haul it off into the big jump for those two. It looked like Arnold didn't get the restart he wanted as Mike Heath in the number 60 Tabasco able to make it happen as Arnold keeps it wound up on the top side, not given an inch as they haul it off into turn number 3, still side by side.
Absolutely, side by side. And man, what a recovery. It definitely looked like he didn't get a good restart, but he just powered into it, stayed in the throttle, and it worked out for him, and he got that big run on the high side. So relegate Daryl Arnold to stay in the 3rd position.
That was full send it mode for the 6 of Arnold going into 3 that time as Heath now under heavy pressure from Pierce Moffitt as we got cars going down onto the apron. That looked like the 91 of Camper having all sorts of trouble coming off a 2 back there as these guys up front starting to get it sorted out as the battles start to heat up.
That battle for second between Daryl and Aiden, number 6 and the 39, that's going to be interesting. Because, I mean, like you said, Cole won the $30 for stage 1. He's no longer eligible for stage 2, so second's where the battle is. And Daryl's hungry.
Oh, yeah, and Arnold in the 6th, dead to rights, if the caution would have come out about 2 seconds later, not even, he would have had second place for the stage. But, he's got plenty of speed in that car right now. What he's got to do now is just throw a turtle shell at Aiden Kirker.
That's the best reference I've heard in a long time.
So,
as long as he doesn't get a banana thrown out behind him. Oh, and he just did. He's in the wall.
Hang on to her.
He sure did. He's going to lose that 3rd, 4th, and a couple spots from that. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Caught that bump transition coming off of turn 4 wrong, and the car just rocketed towards that outside wall, completely pancaking the right side. And unfortunately for him, he's already burned his fast repair. So, that's you hate to see that happen.
Yeah, and we're looking that high-speed drone, and you can see the damage on the right side of his vehicle. He's missing a little bit of fender. It's definitely pushed in. You can see the tire where you're not supposed to, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't rip the suspension off the car. If he'd hit that wall any harder, he probably would have. As
behind him, you've got the 55 of Kenny Heath working on the 25 of, well, I'm going to take that back. More like the 25 working on the 55 as Connor Trifari got around him on the high side.
Yeah, absolutely. Trifari doing it the hard way, and we've seen that time and time again. Whenever Trifari shows up, he's not afraid to let that outside lane eat, and doing so there to get by the 55 of Heath, moving him back into the top 10. And meanwhile, behind him, Field getting a little strung out back there.
Yeah, it really is. Let's take a look here from the gap from Cole Williams to from first to 19th. The gap is already 13 seconds. First to 11th is under 5, but from there it stretches out pretty quickly. A few seconds here, there, and then so on.
There's a battle heating up right now for 6th. The 6th of Josh Arnold currently holds it. He's trying to stop the hemorrhaging as Will Cuddy filling his rearview mirror right now. And I'm wondering how much longer can Arnold hold on, as we are already lap 40.
Yeah, he's definitely off the pace. He's dropped several tenths from that damage, unfortunately. So I hate to say it, but I think he's going to kind of continue to go backwards. You see Will Cuddy looking on the inside right now, side by side at the line. Advantage will be the 20. Has 23 on the grass there, but he's going to be able to complete the pass going into turn 1. He's also bringing the 25 of Connor Trafari, so that'll be 2 spots that Daryl Arnold, the number 6 loss, relegate him now to the 8th position.
Yeah, Trafari on a charge right now. We saw him up there earlier on.
And you're right, he's definitely on a charge. He posted the 2nd fastest lap last time by. It was only slower by, I lost that timing now, I don't have it, but it was only slower by 1,000 to William Cuddy.
Well, the thing you got to figure, too, Cuddy's pretty much in fresh air right now, and Trafari is still working traffic, so, the battle really heating up. 4 fast lap between those two. Let's see what they are this time across the stripe. Trafari 30.97 and 31.09 for the 23 of Cuddy.
Well, that would explain why Trafari is trying to make a move to the inside of the 23. Advantage is going to be to Trafari coming into turn. No, I take that back. He did not make it happen. Trafari is still going to be behind William Cuddy. Cuddy held on to it. He had a big run down the back stretch.
Cuddy ran him down the hill, going down the back straightaway through the block, and Trafari thought better of it, knowing that there's still a lot of racing left to do.
Yeah, that might have a lot to do with that draft we were talking about. That cuts, like you said, it cuts a huge hole through the air as Trafari's look on the inside once again. And this time he's side by side into turn 3.
And Cuddy's going to have to be careful as he's where that bump is. And all that battling has let Daryl Arnold stay with these guys, and he's now pressuring Trafari. And the one thing we did miss while we were searching for battles, Elijah Innes with a ton of damage on the right side of the 69. Started in the top 5, and he has just backslid ever since. Currently being shown as the last car on the lead lap.
I wonder what happened there. Do you mind going back and taking a look, and I'll try to catch it if we get a moment?
Let's see what I can find.
That's unfortunate. He had like you said, just a monster charge from the back to the front. Battle still continues with the 25 of Connor Trafari and the 23 of William Cuddy. Trafari with the advantage, bringing Daryl right behind him. So you've got Trafari, Cuddy, Daryl. You can throw a blanket over all 3 of them as this battle continues to heat up for the 6th position.
He got hip checked on lap 33 going through the quad oval as somebody was going through the grass. It looks like it might have been the one of Timmy Reed. And I believe it was a 98 at Collier. No, it was... hold on, I'll tell you exactly who it was.
Oh, wow, I got it on screen. He hit the wall hard.
Yeah, nice little hip check there as...
Well, Well, what do you know? Daryl Arnold's got him back around the 25 of Connor Trafari for the 7th position.
Well, it took him a couple laps to get it figured out as far as how that car is handling. He's had to adjust his driving style, it looks like, as he's now working on the 23 of Cuddy to try to claw back towards the top 5. Now, those guys are a little bit back, about two seconds back off of Collier in the 98, who currently holds down the 5th slot. As Arnold to the inside of Cuddy down the back straightaway. Cuddy tries to battle back, but he's got to worry about Trafari as Trafari throws it to the inside, catches the apron, has to back out of it. And
he tried the crisscross move, and it kind of looked like it ran out of backstretch.
It ran out of a lot of backstretch. As all that battling has let Durbin in the 90s start to close in on these guys as well. So
as he makes a move to the inside of the 25 right now, going into turn 3, advantage number 90. Clears him with ease, it seems.
I'm thinking Trafari may have burned all the goodie off those tires early, as we're now 20 laps into this tire run. He may have burned all the goodie off those tires early, trying to make his way through traffic, because he restarted deep in the field as they went back to green.
And that's not hard to do at this track. It's real easy to drive in.
Period.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, I was being a smart ass and said it's not hard to do with this car, period. As
big wiggle.
Oh, 32 getting it all wrong coming off of turn 2. Well, he had some help with that one. The 91, wow, they were 3 wide trying to make it through turns 1 and 2. The 91 was actually down on the apron. The 55 slid up and just pile drove the 32 into the outside wall. A lot of front end damage on that car. Actually, a lot of damage on both sides of that car as he hit both sides of the safety barrier.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's some net code in there too. But yeah, big hit for the 32. No caution. He's got a lot of damage. We did get that on screen for our viewers as well.
Hopefully Josh Duke still has his quick repair in his pocket.
Yeah, and that's all you can do for that situation. That was a big hit. Hanging on to 18th at this moment. He dropped what, about 11 spots from that?
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of guys that were able to get by him. So
let's turn our attention back to the front for a quick moment. Cole Williams has about a 2-second lead over Aiden Kirker. But, you know, if you're Aiden Kirker, you're not disappointed. You're in the money spot.
Yeah, especially considering that you got about a 3-second gap back to 3rd place of Michael Heath in the Tabasco 60.
And behind him, you got Pierce McFeed in the 41. David Collier is 98 to round out the top 5. Now a little farther back, you still have that battle with Cuddy and move Kyle Durbin into the mix there. So Cuddy's in 7th, Kyle Durbin trying to chase him down. Behind them in 9th, you got Ryan Becker and Connor Trafari back to 10th now.
Yeah, again, I'm going to have to say that, you know, Trafari, he restarted in about 15th. So for him to be still able to hang on to the top 10, you know, that's a feat all in itself. You know, he's definitely faring a lot better than his teammate is right now, though. As I'm watching Beckering get by Elijah Innes, and Innes has a ton of damage on that car. I'm hoping he still has his fast repair, or else his night is going to get real long real quick.
You're absolutely right. And, you know, I wonder, I'm going to go see if I can catch him real quick.
No, that's all right.
Well, he dove down pit road a little bit ago. It looks like he might have used it.
Innes?
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't see his right side at the moment.
Oh, I'm still showing him with a ton of damage on
yeah.
the right front of that car.
Absolutely, and he was on pit lane on lap 50. Maybe he doesn't have it. Got a lot of rear
Probably not,
damage as well.
as we are 3 laps to go in this stage. Cole Williams with a commanding lead the entire length of the back straightaway over Aiden Kirker, as he just put another car a lap down.
32 of Josh Duke with all that damage from earlier.
So, rough night for Duke. The only good thing is Duke is in the free pass position. So when the caution does come out, he should get his lap back, able to use his fast repair. He can climb back through the field in the remainder of this race.
Yeah, good news indeed.
So,
I don't expect Cole to be able to catch the next car, 55 of Kenny Heath, down the back stretch, or excuse me, the front stretch before the end of this stage. It's close,
probably
but not that
not,
close.
as white flag is in the air. Cole Williams still in command of this one, as Aiden Kirker got a tiptoe as the 32 gets a little bit sideways coming through the quad oval. Gets the pass done, though, going into turn 1, as that battle for 5th still rages on. I'm sorry, 7th still rages on between Cuddy, Durbin, and Beckering. Daryl Arnold. I said Josh, I'm sorry.
Valiantly holding on to 6th with that damage he took. So, I mean, with what happened, I'd say that's a pretty good run.
Absolutely. He goes into the pits under the competition caution, makes a couple of adjustments, and
Cole Williams is going to be your stage winner, but still waiting for the last last vehicle to cross the line for that competition caution.
Ennis is in the pits, so
he's running.
Kenny Heath just crossed, so the caution should be coming out any second now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where the caution is, but aha, okay. So
yeah,
Eddie Spurl in. Okay, they went 30 laps, restarted on 31. So there's
okay.
There it is. Okay.
Understood.
So Eddie Spurl going to get the free pass and get back on the lead lap.
Well, that's unfortunate for Josh Duke, who was expecting to get it. But great news for Eddie Spurl in the 27.
And they are rolling the die right now to see if we invert. And they are inverting the field.
Oh my God. So now we have to keep a huge eye on Cole Williams, the 42, who's been dominant the first 2/3 of this race. Can he climb through the field?
He hasn't had dirty air in front of him.
Yeah, so can he climb through the... Would you bet on him? I think I might bet on him. But you're right, he's got to climb through the field.
Everybody in the chat right now, let us know who if you're riding with Williams right there. Yeah, if you're riding with Williams, or who you got, because they are going to invert the field. So everybody that's on the lead lap. So Kenny Heath should be bringing us back to green in the 55.
Wow, and what is this clean air going to do for some of these guys that haven't had it?
Exactly. That's going to be the fun part.
And I mean, this is a money race. This isn't a points race. So these guys that have been, I don't want to say struggling, but more mid-pack in this race, they're not just going to move over. Well, they have to lose some money. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But let's take this time. If you want to go ahead and talk about our sponsors again, Diecast Nuts, then we'll go to our quick commercial break.
Sure. Diecast Nuts is a community-driven forum for everything diecast. boats, trains, planes, trucks, automobiles, race cars, motorcycles, anything that has to do with diecast, including signs. Uh, share what you got. They also have a shop section with the holidays coming up. Now's the great time to get that gearhead in your life, that little special piece to fill their collection. You can find them at diecastnuts.com or on their Facebook page, www.facebook.com/diecastnuts, nuts with a Z.
And we are back. Thanks for giving the overview of our awesome sponsors, Diecast Nuts. They really do offer a great product. And the fun's about to begin. It seems like people are still on pit road. Maybe they're trying to sort out that invert.
They are. They're telling who has to roll off where so that we get the invert. So there goes the 55, there goes the 20, there goes the 24, and the 93. They're making sure that they leave pit road in the order that they're supposed to restart in. And this just in, Elijah Innes has put it on the hauler.
Oh, man. Well, that answers our question about the fast repair for certain.
As has Don Andrews in the 117. So only 2 retirements so far.
True. And, you know, I got to go ahead and apologize here to Kenny Heath. And you've talked about his other scheme, but we already reloaded once, and I'm showing a Home Depot scheme, not the one that you're seeing, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Sorry about that, Kenny. Internet is not always our friend.
Orange is orange. Orange is orange. Screw it.
We are, however, showing that Taco Bell scheme behind him.
There you go. Now, just checking out the chats right now. Checking out the chats right now. I.E. Kirk 67. Cole for the win from last place if he doesn't get caught up in someone else's dumpster fire. So
Cole's fast. He's showing it tonight. He's a competitive racer. He's hard to pass. But I mean, there's a bunch of really other great guys in here. So I don't want to just say one guy is great. There's some really fast cars in here. And really good group of guys. And they're putting on a good show for us. So
and the thing is, I was going to say, and the thing is, a lot of these cars, you know, they haven't had the starts that they should have had or could have had because the people in front of them chunked the start. So some of these guys have been caught back in the field all night long. You know, Beckering's shown speed. Reed has shown speed. Cuddy has shown speed. Campeggio has shown speed when he has clean air. So this is going to be fun to see how these guys react that are running towards the front now. You know, keep your eye on both of the Kirker boys before the night's out.
That's the pace trucks coming in.
Yep.
Oh, my mistake. Anyway, you got the Kenny Heath, the 55 Chevrolet is going to lead them to the line. He gets a solid.
And we're under caution.
Under caution quickly. I wonder.
Yeah, no, there was a dumpster fire.
Let's see what happened. Oh man, that was Kyle Durbin's involved.
I'm seeing the 31 Beckering. Just got completely turned sideways. Ouch. Yeah, and Darrell Arnold nowhere to go. Just center punched his door.
Yeah, he just didn't get going, and it looks like William Cuddy wasn't able to check up quick enough, and that just brought all that out right there. Well, we knew it was going to get exciting, and the money's on the line, and if you're in the back, you have to go.
Yeah, well, guess what? Aiden Kirker got caught up in that one.
Yeah, I know, I saw that, which is unfortunate. However, I want to touch on something. Richard Kirker in the 93, from my understanding, is Aiden's dad. And he is also the uncle of Ryan Beckering. So there's a family affair here going on.
Yeah, why don't you go back and take a look at what just happened to Cole Williams?
Yeah, let's do that.
He has no rear roll pan left on that car.
Oh, no. He got jinxed.
Got completely run over by the 27 of Spurl. Tried to get woed up, and the 27 just ARCA braked him.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Darn, he checked up. He kind of got going. The 27 checked up. Tried to start going, and then there was another checkup, and he couldn't stay out of him this time. Well, that's going to change everything.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that Williams is probably going to burn his fast repair here.
Oh, you're right.
The 39 of Kirker going to burn his fast repair.
They don't have much
everybody that's got him is burning them right now.
Yeah, they don't have much of a choice. And, I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot about those. And you can see them both on pit road right here. They're still on pit lane. Do they not have them?
They might be saving them. And, taking whatever repairs they can get. The only problem is, if you're missing body panels, just burn the fast repair.
Yeah, I would have used the fast repair we were looking at them both on screen, and you can see the bumper get pulled out here, this panel get pushed in here, as I just watched the right rear of its bumper get pushed out. But they put his bumper back on, so I guess the officials were nice enough to, well, he was dragging it, so they got that reattached. He doesn't look all that bad.
There's a ton of rear damage on Williams, though. As the lights are still on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. This is definitely turning into a race of attrition.
Well, the laps are winding down. Money's on the line. $80.
And Josh Duke just had a throughput.
That sucks. I've had to deal with that a lot.
He had a strong car most of the night, and that's going to put him a couple laps down by the time he gets back.
And that's got to be the most unfortunate thing with the iRacing servers and anything internet related. There's nothing you can do there. There's almost nothing you can do about that. So you could have an issue with your ISP, and there's nothing you can do.
Absolutely. As Kenny Heath taking his mom's advice, she told him that he could be anything he wanted when he grew up, so he's becoming a pace truck.
He absolutely was. He was so far in there, he could have seen the dials turn off the air conditioner.
As the lights do go out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck this time, Heath, Butler, Campeggio, Camper, Reed, and Richard Kirker going to make up your first three rows. So, again, place your bets, folks, as Aiden Kirker has already burned his fast repair. Can he get up there with the kid and the old man running towards the front together? That's going to be fun to see if they can make it happen.
Yeah, and to see what Cole Williams also has right behind there, or him. I mean, he's got some damage, but expect him to be moving. He's going to give him everything he's got.
Well, it's also going to be interesting to see what he does when he doesn't have clean track in front of him. You know, because you know as well as I do, the aero push is very real in this car.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. And it's insane. You'll be side by side with the car. Next thing you know, you'll lose the rear end. Anyway, one that I want to talk about is that 24, that Pepsi DuPont 24 of Mike. Mike's up front now, and Mike can drive. So let's see what he's got for these guys.
As the pace truck is in, green flag is out, we are back underway. Not everybody getting the greatest start. Richard Kirker in the 93 chunking the start and dropping like a stone right now, because they're 3 wide for second place.
Wow, big wiggle from the 24, almost got into the 91 pound. They stayed clean, relegate Mike to second. Wow, there's a big gaggle back there in mid-pack.
Absolutely is.
Oh,
there we go.
Gets loose.
There we go. And he gets into the 42.
And 23, Willie Cuddy was involved as well. Well, if the 42 had a faster pair, well, you know, he may not.
Yeah, he's going to need to burn it there because I saw some suspension damage start to form up.
It's like 39 got through that there fine. He's already back to 11th.
So back under caution here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Take a quick look at the weather conditions. And we started this piece, it was 70 degrees out. It's now dropped to 69, but the track temperature is 71 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour headwind down the back straightaway, and a ton of water grain in the air. So these guys are making as much horsepower as these engines can possibly make. Again, it's can you stay clean? And so far the answer is a definite maybe.
I think it's always going to be a definite maybe. Sometimes you see it in iRacing, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just know they can't stay clean. But these guys, it is a definite maybe. It's going to get exciting as we're on lap 66
well,
of 110.
I can tell you something. I can tell you something that's not a definite maybe.
What's that?
And that is that we will be back with action on Sunday night as the Chris Cup goes to its All-Star race back here at Charlotte. And John, I believe that your alter ego is going to be driving in that race.
That is correct. That's going to be an exciting race. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see the alter ego of a lot of the Chris Cup drivers. It's not a points race. Everyone's going for the win. There's going to be a lot of aggressive moves. Fast track. 2 stages. It's from my understanding, we did it last year. We ran 2 races. I believe that they were 50 or 60 laps. And so you get 2 chances to win.
And this just in, Eddie Spurl and Josh Duke both just got waved around the pace truck.
All right, so they're going to make... That's the All-Star race. Why not? I think I can think of a really prominent, retired, real-life race car driver who got the chance to get a backup car and won an All-Star race. If you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. And that's tonight's trivia question. Do the fans know who we're talking about? Go ahead and type your answer in the chat below, and we will see who is going to be the first one to get it right. So tonight's trivia question: who won an all-star race in the real world in the NASCAR Cup Series after going to a backup car mid-race?
That's some really good trivia.
Absolutely.
That trivia question makes me happy, though.
And I'm just going to say this now. Ernie King, you are not eligible to win, so please don't spoil it.
Yeah, that's not fair at all. Ernest will give it away in a heartbeat.
And I noticed he is in the moderating the Facebook side of the chat, so just thought I'd give him the shout out there to make sure that, yeah. And 3 wide time, Jeff who? Because there have been multiple Jeffs in the Cup Series.
And 3 wide time, that's actually, his name is Jesse, and he was responsible for initially starting the FlyBy series, so big thank you to Jesse. But Jesse knows exactly who it is.
Yes, but the thing is Jeff who?
I mean, there are definitely several Jeffs.
Oh, yeah. One of which just so happens to be from around my neck of the woods. His family has promoted the Chemung Speedrome for years. There we go. That's the answer we were looking for. And Jesse, your prize tonight is 1 free paint scheme from Fogarty Chassis Works for any car of your choosing. Just go ahead and PM myself or Jonathan, and we will get you the information on how to collect that.
That's awesome.
So, Jeff Gordon, for those of you who are listening and not paying attention to the chat.
I just want to make a note, the pace truck went in, and he just, like, slammed into the 55 of Kenny Heath.
Oh, of course. That's what the pace truck does. Is we are back underway as Heath and Butler in lockstep, and they've got an angry gaggle of cars behind them. Here comes the 91 up through the middle.
Big moves by Kyle Camper with the 91.
Camper with a run as they're still slugging it out up in that top 5. Connor Trafari throwing his hat into the ring as he is still throwing haymakers at Will Cuddy. They've been doing that since the drop of the green to start the second stage. We are to start the second stage. We're now into the third stage as Heath, Camper, Cuddy, Trafari in. Ew, hang on to her, son.
Oh, wow. Big wiggle right there from the 24 of Mike Cappeggio.
Cappeggio going down the hill, coming off a 2. May have had a little bit of help there.
However, don't look now. 2 cars behind him is the 39 of Aiden Kirker up to 8th, and 2 cars behind him has been the dominant car of Cole Williams.
Absolutely. As the battle right now is second between Cuddy and Camper with Trafari right there. Cuddy finally getting it sorted out as he's got a run now on the 55 of Heath. Battle for the lead going into turn 3.
And like you said earlier, he's doing it the hard way. He's going to take the lead on the outside, and it looks like he's going to bring Connor Trafari with him.
Full send-it mode for both those guys going through
Big touch between the 55 and Kyle Camper.
Hip check as the
man.
25 looks like he ate the wall.
Ooh, and the 55 and the 27 get together. 55 and 27 off the track.
Yeah, the 50. Wow.
That was
big
insane.
Shot for the 55.
And they stay green, though. I hate to take our attention away, but Connor Trafari is working on Will Cuddy.
Trafari and Cuddy still throwing haymakers at each other through the 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. Trafari with the draft as those guys are starting to check out on Kyle Camper in the 91. And Camper's got his rearview mirrors filled with, guess who?
30.
Aiden Kirker in the 39.
Not far behind him is Cole Williams. They are making short work of the field. Lap 71, or lap 60, it was inverted. They were last and second to last, respectively. Move them up to 5th and 7th. As Aiden's working on
Absolutely.
Kyle Camper right now, trying to take the 4th
Contact
position.
for the lead. Contact for the lead between Cuddy and Trafari as they hauled it off. Cuddy was trying to keep Trafari
more
behind him with
contact.
a block. Jeepers. Sends Trafari into the outside wall. Trafari losing a ton of momentum. And I guarantee you, Connor Trafari is not going to be a happy camper after that one. They're still in lockstep for the lead of this week.
And you know what's worse for these two is they're just going to keep battling, and Aiden Kirker's coming. And he's coming quickly.
Aiden Kirker's coming, and so is Cole Williams. Williams now up to 7th as actually make that 6th.
Aiden Kirker on the inside of the 41 of Pierce Moffett now. 3rd position, Aiden Kirker.
So Moffett burned his fast, or Kirker getting by Moffett after Kirker had to burn his fast repair, getting caught up in that melee that was the initial restart of this second segment. And we're inside 40 to go as he throws it to the inside of Trafari going into 1.
Too easy. Not for me, but for Kirker.
Oh yeah, he definitely has a head of steam right now. And look who's coming with him. Here comes the 42 of Williams to the inside of the 41 of Moffett.
14 laps.
Sorry?
14 laps. It took these guys 14 laps to go from last and second to last. And now they are soon to be 2nd and 3rd.
Williams with a nose out in front of Trafari, side by side, 1 and 2 they go. And Williams not to be denied, full send it mode. And here comes the 41 of Moffett, throwing it to the inside of the 25 as well. A little bit of hip check, caught the apron, ran up the track, and got into the side of Trafari. And that's going to open the door for Daryl Arnold to come through as well. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead really starting to heat up as Cuddy all over the back bumper of Kirker.
Make that side-by-side coming into turn 3.
And Kirker runs them down the track, and he's been doing that all night long. Goodness. And I was wondering who was going to call his bluff. Aiden Kirker, unfortunately, that is probably going to be his night, as I dare say he's already burned his fast repair, and Will Cuddy has put it on the hauler.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage for Will Cuddy, and I definitely want to be happy. Wow, a lot of damage on that 39's right front. Tires sideways.
He's been doing that all night. He's running guys down the hill in the middle of the back straightaway and driving like the southbound end of a northbound horse.
Now, and we're talking about William, right? Driving guys down, because Aiden was on the blue line.
Aiden Kirker did nothing wrong. Will Cuddy has been driving guys down the hill all night long, going down that back straightaway. Well, he did it to Moffett. He did it to Trafari numerous times. He did it to Heath numerous times. And I was wondering who was going to call his bluff. And unfortunately, Aiden Kirker, he was holding his ground. And Cuddy tried to run him down the hill, and Aiden Kirker said, "Yeah, I don't think so, bud."
Well, and I want to point out, in my opinion, though, that's not incorrect to do so. There's nothing wrong with holding your competition on the line so they can't get a good drive off. However, Aiden just didn't lift, and I wouldn't have lifted either in Class A racing incident for the lead.
Well, here's the thing: when you hear the phrase "Carlo," you don't run somebody down the hill coming off the corner. There's a straightaway there. It's not a corner. It's not a corner that you're going through. You can't say, no. He was running people down the hill. I understand it was for the lead of the race, but, there's still plenty of racing left. You could have, you didn't have to try to throw a block, especially that late. And that's what he was trying to do, is he was trying to block Aiden Kirker. And unfortunately, and it looks like Aiden Kirker did not burn his fast repair earlier, as he now has a fresh race car.
Oh, wow.
But Will Cuddy just tried to run him down the hill, and I don't blame Aiden Kirker in the least for not lifting, because, you know, that was just... Aiden Kirker did everything right, except not making contact. And the thing is if he had tried to avoid Will Cuddy, he would have put it on the apron and probably killed both of them anyways. So your best bet is to hold your line and let the guy just come down into you, and, you know, hopefully Dale Earnhardt him.
Yeah,
I said it. Get your email coming, folks.
That's about how it happened.
Mr. Tony Trapasso, care of ESBN Towers, Syracuse, New York, P.O. Box OU812.
Huh. You're going to get a glitter bomb. Merry Christmas.
Bring it. So, yeah, absolutely is. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know who you got. As, Connor Trafari getting, dropping to the end with penalties. And Josh Duke is now back on the lead lap. And I hate to point this out to everyone else on track, but did you see who's got the lead?
Yeah, Cole Williams has the lead again. And we're going to cut to a quick commercial again to thank our sponsor, Diecast.
Lights just went out on the Chevy Pace truck.
We have no sound.
Okay.
So, 30 seconds, we got time.
And
we're back.
Go ahead.
And we're back.
The field side by side behind the Chevy Silverado Pace truck. Cole Williams gonna have the button one more time. He's got Aiden Kirker starting right next to him. So definitely something to keep an eye on, folks, as let the games begin. Pace truck is in. We are back underway, and everybody getting a decent restart that time. Not quite as good as the 42 and the 39, though, as they are still side by side, hauling off into turn number one. Finally get it sorted out. Kirk are going to try the crossover going down the back straightaway. Knows that Williams is going to run him clean, though, as they are side by side through 3 and 4. And still in lockstep.
Yeah, they're on fresh tires. These guys can do this for several laps, and they're still faster than the competition behind them.
Yeah, but for his credit, the 41 of Pierce Moffitt not letting them get too far away, as Daryl Arnold in the number 4 slot has his rearview mirror filled with the 60 of Michael Heath.
Well, let's give Daryl Arnold some credit. He had that damage earlier, and I mean, he's holding down 4th with after that big hit. So he's definitely been able to fix a little bit, and he's valiantly hanging on into the top 5. Still side by side for the lead, though.
Absolutely, and I think you know what I'm about to probably think, and I'm sure you're probably going to agree with my decision if it holds true. Meanwhile, this battle for the lead, it's Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture style haymakers being thrown at each other. Cole Williams in the 42, Aiden Kirker in the 39. No quarter asked for, no quarter given, as they are still in lockstep. 23 1,000 at the line the last time. That's the distance between the front bumper and the middle of the front axle. That was the distance for the lead. As Kirker with a little bit better run coming out of 4 this time. Drag race to the stripe, and Kirker going to lead one of his first laps of the night.
That's really incredible that that's one of the first laps led. It might be his first lap led. Still side by side. Cole Williams into the wall.
He was flirting with disaster going into 3. Just caught that safer barrier. You can see a little bit of a wiggle. He may have a... Yeah, he's got a wow in the right rear fender of that car now.
Yeah, he sure does have a little bit of right side damage.
Battle for 3rd between Moffitt and Arnold, as Arnold's starting to make some headway as this run starts to wear on. We are inside 30 to go. Kirker, Williams, Moffitt, Arnold, and Heath, your top 5.
And they're a little bit starting to kind of calm down, surprisingly.
Yeah, they are. And the surprising part, Aiden Kirker starting to pull away from Cole Williams.
That damage has got to hurt. I bet that car is just a touch tighter. I could be wrong. Might be a touch looser, but either way, there's a little bit of a difference now.
With the wiggle that he's getting mid-corner, I'm thinking he loosened that car up. He may have bent the track bar.
And that could be too.
Okay, I see what's going on. He did bend the track bar. That car is what they call a loose tight condition, where the car is so tight that by the time the front tires actually grip, it wants to snap around on him. So he's having to dip 2 tires onto the apron to get that car to initiate the turn. Unfortunately for him, Pierce Moffitt going to be there this time, as Moffitt full send it mode going into 1.
He definitely did full send it. I wasn't sure who was going to be able to stay out of Cole Williams in the 42, but he kept it together, and it's still side by side.
And if you're Darrell Arnold, you got to be licking your chops knowing that Cole Williams has damage, and he's got to stop the hemorrhaging right now. He's got to get in front of Arnold, and he's not going to be able to do it as Arnold pulls through his door going through the tri-oval. Now he can drop in behind, and he's got to use that apron to get that car to initiate the turn, because he has bent something in the rear suspension of that number 42.
That's unfortunate. Dominant performance from the 42 of Cole Williams, and he's currently in the 4th position for that bounce, and we sure are. Looks like it was Eddie Spruill.
27.
Yeah, he just gets loose. Car spin. I'm showing that Aiden Kirker something happened with Aiden here.
Well, Spurl just lost it on his own. Let me see what's going on with Kirker.
No, it doesn't look like anything. No? Just I got a false notification here from my timing software saying that he had crashed, which, you know, that'd catch my attention. He's the race leader. But
absolutely. And it looks like everybody behind Kirker going down pit road to get a fresh set of Mr. Feelgoods. So Kirker getting hung out to dry by the entire field. Oh, that is the
man.
worst feeling on the planet as a driver.
So what was that? About 10 laps?
No, it was longer than that. It was
Lap
probably closer to...
76 was when he was last in.
Then it was exactly 10 laps ago.
Oh, okay.
All
All right.
Kyle Durbin in the 90.
Connor Trafari.
And it looks like Connor Trafari in the 25 staying out with him, as is the 32 of Josh Duke, who is finally back on the lead lap. Eddie Spurl staying out, and the 24, Mike Campeggio had just dove down onto pit road before the caution came out. So lucky break for the 24, as he was in desperate need of this caution, or else he was about to go a lap down.
Well, I'm currently showing him a lap down. Actually.
See, I've got him... Well, he might be. I don't know, because the official timing and scoring that I get is not the same as the live timing and scoring that you get, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, cautions make things tricky when it comes to scoring and timing with the iRacing servers.
Especially when they freeze the laps under caution.
That makes everything a mess.
Yes, it does. Good news is, for Kenny Heath, it looks like he had his fast repair in his pocket and just got waved around the pace car. So Kenny Heath in the 55, going to be back on the lead lap.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Mike was a lap down. He is having to drop to the rear of the field.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that is because the way timing and scoring scores this, race control can't catch the fact that he went a lap. He either should or shouldn't be a lap down. So, fun times.
The internet. You know, that's...
Because iRacing.
Yeah, just break it down to iRacing. Servers, the internet, computers.
And for those of you who are new to the channel, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, share, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single broadcast. We generally, here at ESBN, so far have been doing right around 11 broadcasts a week. So if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe. It also helps us spread the word about iRacing. Go ahead and share it with your friends. Let them know what you're watching, and hopefully we'll catch you out on track next time. So, and you are currently watching the FlyBy ARCA Series. This is their money race, their all-star race, if you will. A lot of money on the line tonight, as Aiden Kirker has already collected some. The 42 of Cole Williams has already collected some, and he's about to collect some more, as I believe he clinched most laps led.
I think you are right about that. Let's try to see if I can find out.
He led the first two segments.
Yeah, he must have.
So there's no way that anybody can really match that now. So as the lights go out on the Chevy Silverado Pace Truck, the official Pace Truck at iRacing, you are at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the iRacing servers. So hello to everybody and happy Thanksgiving from those of us at ESBN. As the field works its way out of the Turn 4 complex, and I'm not sure how I feel about this new pit entry that they have here at Charlotte. As the Pace Truck is in, just missing those water barrels. Kirker holds him down, finally pulls the trigger. We are back underway, and he is under heavy pressure right now. from the 90 of Durbin and the 25 of Trafari. Trafari to the inside of Durbin going into turn one. Side by side they go. Durbin going to have to let him go as... Look now, but here comes Josh Duke, who at one point was 2 laps down, gets hip check going down the back straightaway.
Josh Duke hangs on to it, still working on the 90 of Kyle Durbin. Kyle Durbin's powering back onto the outside. As the 41 of Pierce Mafeet's just licking his chops, waiting to see if he can't get around either one of these guys. Aiden Kirker has a half-second lead now over Connor Trafari, and he's just really good at restarts, and that might be a saving grace here. But we'll have to let the laps wind down and see what happens.
Absolutely, as going towards the back of the field, Cole Williams still struggling right now, as I think he already burned his fast repair. Because he is definitely struggling. But in the mid-pack, though, the battle is really raging on for third, as you've got Maffitt, Dublin, Duke, Heath, and Collier all right there, and the battle hot and heavy right now for sixth right now between Heath, Arnold, and Collier. Daryl Arnold in that Mario Kart number 6, just full send-it mode on the outside coming out of turn number 2.
Yeah, he doesn't need any bananas or turtle shells to get it done. Full send on the outside, relegate Daryl Arnold to the 6th position. And man, what a battle he is having after that hit earlier. He's given it everything he's got, as he's got the number 32 and the 90 right in his front windshield. Now he's trying to work on the 32 of Josh Duke.
Now that's what fresh tires will do, is you see how easy he worked by the 32 of Duke, who stayed out. The 90 of Durbin stayed out. And you got to think that when they get to Trafari, it's going to be much of the same.
Oh, man.
And we're under caution. There goes the 90.
Yes, there went the 90.
As apparently spotter calling Carlo means something different in Indiana.
Watching this slow here. Oh, it doesn't look like he was turning low. Brighton on board with them right now. He had just a little bit of a slight turn to the left, and then Daryl was right there, and I don't know.
Chalk that one up to a racing incident. Is Arnold got the run on him. It looked like he tried to throw the block, but was a little late in doing so.
Yeah, from this angle, our high-speed drone, you can clearly see. It looked like...
Take it up. Well, here's the thing. Pick it up off the high-speed drone off of Josh Duke's car. Because... it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing, because there you're watching what both cars are doing instead of from one car or see what the other's doing, because it'll look like, it's the other guy's fault if you're just following the drones following the cars involved. But if you look at it from the drone following Duke's car, you can see it right in front of him. It kind of looked like Arnold went up and the 90 went down, and unfortunately it's basic physics, folks. Two solid objects cannot occupy the same part of the space-time continuum at the exact moment in time, because, well, physics.
That is how physics work. Well, we got a little bit of time. The 41 is our race leader. I see
Is
him
he?
now.
Oh, yeah.
So how about we try to catch him real quick? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. As Kirker went down pit road to get fresh tires.
He has to.
He did.
Yeah, he had no choice. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and bring number 41 of Pierce Muffet to the booth. Number 41, Pierce Muffet, Jonathan Leach, Tony in the booth. How do you hear?
I got a copy.
That's awesome. What are you seeing up there? How do you feel about leading this race? Laps are winding down. It's been exciting. You've been pretty quick. How are you feeling, and what do you think it's going to take for you to win this thing?
I would say a lot of cautions, but since they don't count, I think I've made a very bad mistake by staying out, but hopefully the guys who pitted burn up their tires trying to get past the other guys who stayed out. So that's really all I have to hope for.
Well, we've seen all night long that, cautions breed cautions, and a lot of the faster guys are starting deep in this pile right now. So, what do you honestly think your chances are? I mean, if they don't get caught up in something, do you think you can hang on for a podium finish?
If they don't get caught up, I think a top 3 will be relatively easy. I think I've been like the 4th fastest car all night long, so a podium shouldn't be too much of an issue. But if they don't get caught up in anything, I don't think I'm going to win.
Yeah, well, considering both of them have burned their fast repairs already, and the lights just went out on the Chevy Silverado Pace truck, so best of luck to you, sir, and hopefully we're talking to you in 20 more laps.
All right, I hope so too. Thank you.
All right, and that was Pierce Muffet, number 41, current race leader. He's going to have about 5 lap older tires than the guys who came down pit road, and that's going to start at Daryl Arnold in the 6th position. So Pierce Muffet, Timmy Reed, Kyle Camper, Richard Kirker, Michael Butler all stayed out.
Those guys kind of needed to. I mean, they were running deep when the caution came out. Moffitt was the only one. Actually, Moffitt and Reed were the only 2 in the top 10 when the caution came out. So everybody else, you need to go for the track position. Looks like Arnold gonna have the freshest tires in the 6th. So look for him to climb quickly. As long as he can duck and dodge and stay out of trouble, as those guys in front of him have already got, we said, 5 laps under their tires. Field working its way out of turn 4. Pace truck getting ready to make that hard left turn onto pit road. There it goes, and here we go for 20 more laps until we decide who wins this piece.
Green
flag comes out, and we are underway.
Big jump from the 41 of Pierce Muffet, already out to a 4/10 of second lead over Timmy Reed, who's on the outside of Kyle Camper. Looks like Timmy Reed's holding on to the position. Behind them is a huge gaggle.
They were 3 wide behind them for a second there.
And Daryl Arnold's lost a spot. Cole Williams up to 5th. New tires making it work. 93 of Richard Kirker down low. Big wiggle from the 93 as Daryl Arnold tries to follow the 42 around the number 93. Man, look at Cole Williams, though. It's like he shot out of a cannon. I'm stealing your line there. I hope you don't mind.
Meanwhile, look at Daryl Arnold on those fresher tires, making quick work of the 91 of Kyle Camper, and he is going to bring the 39 of Kirker with him. And Connor Trafari got to be looking in his rear mirror going, oh, here we go again. And there we go again as Cole Williams making easy work going into turn 1. Just full send it mode on those fresher rubbers.
We're about to have a battle for the lead here as Timmy Reed has brought it to the rear bumper of Pierce Muffet. Timmy Reed looking on the inside, not quite there. Close, but no cigar just yet.
if Moffitt and Reed were smart, they would just get in line and work together. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so quick enough, as Cole Williams on a run right now, as the 39 of Kirker has gotten by both John Safari and Daryl Arnold. So Williams and Kirker have been released, and here comes Kraken.
Absolutely, and you know, Cole Williams, for the damage he took, his last lap was a 32.5, which isn't slow at all, as he's on the inside of Timmy Reed, right behind the 41, goes up below the white line, working on the 41 and Pierce Buffett for the lead. 42 Cole Williams to the lead, just like that, in a front stretch.
Unreal. Just the class of the field all night long. He has led the most laps, but you gotta give Pierce Moffitt a lot of credit, as he's hanging tough with these guys on the fresher tires. As we are 15 to go, make that 14 to go. As Williams, Kirker now up into second, Moffitt back to third. Moffitt's got to be careful because Timmy Reed is hungry right behind him.
And let's not sleep on Timmy Reed. He stayed out as well, and he's having a great run sitting in fourth. And if he can get to take third place away from Pierce Buffett, look for him to do so. However, he's got Connor Trafari on fresh tires in his rearview mirror.
I don't know if Trafari has fresh tires or not.
Maybe not. I do know he came in on lap 91. No, he definitely pitted. His last pit stop was 91. He definitely pitted.
All right, so Trafari to the inside of Reed, side by side as they haul it off into turn number 3. And he is going to bring Josh Duke with him, as Reed going to have to relegate the position. Still battling, though. You got to give him credit for hanging on as tough as he is. Wants to stay in the top 5, not going to be able to do it. Can Reed back to 6. Josh Duke up to 5th. Connor Trafari in 4th.
And still, and again, like you were talking about earlier, just what a recovery for Josh Duke. Even if he doesn't get a podium finish, like you said, 2 laps down at one point. Been in several incidents. Running 5th. Good night.
Absolutely. And how about Connor Trafari? Started 18th, currently sits 4th. A lot of heads-up driving for that driver tonight, and he's got a chance to get on the podium. As Pierce Moffitt looks like he's starting to fade already, as Williams and Kirker, only about 2 car lengths separate the two of them, as they are starting to really stretch their legs, as they've got a full second gap over the 41 of Moffitt.
Different time, same show. Cole Williams, Aiden Kirker pulling away from the field. It's just, that's been the story of the night, when these guys get out front. Whether they're battling, throwing punches, or single file, they always just tend to pull away just rather quickly from everybody else. Like you said, the class of the field, these two.
As we are 10 to go, Williams and Kirker still in lockstep with each other. And you got to wonder, is Kirker saving a little bit? Has he got a little more in the tank in that 509 number 39? As gets a nice pull going through the quad oval portion and closes right into a car length and a half on the backside of the 42 of Cole Williams. Williams has already clinched most laps led tonight. He got the money for the first stage win. Kirker got the money for the second stage win, even though Williams won it. And here we go, battle for the lead.
Aiden Kirker's got about a little more than a front bumper, front quarter of his car underneath, but he's not able to complete the pass, as Cole Williams stays on it hard on the outside and gets that drive off.
As we are 8 laps to go, you got to wonder, is Kirker just timing his run right now? As he's using the draft off of Williams perfectly, as Moffitt under heavy pressure right now for third, as Connor Trafari full send-it mode, trying to make it happen the hard way. Moffitt not giving him any give, as they are still side by side hauling it off into turn number 1.
And you know, Moffitt, he's doing exactly what he has to. He's not giving him that preferred lane. He's making him work harder on the outside, use up more of his tires, and that might give him a chance. Unfortunately,
Oh.
well, never mind. Connor Trafari just completed the pass. Well, Moffitt's not done yet. Wow, big touch. Held on to it.
Moffitt not happy with Trafari as Connor Trafari up into third, and that could have gotten ugly. Trafari able to hang on as we are 6 laps to go. It'll be 5 this next time across the stripe. Cole Williams continues to show the way. He's got Aiden Kirker filling his rearview mirror right now as those two guys are really place Connor Trafari. 5 to go. Can Williams hold on after all the battling that he had to do? That invert after the second stage really messed up his night something fierce. The restart for that third stage was something to behold as half the field had to burn their fast repair. Cole Williams brings it to the stripe, and it looks like Aiden Kirker may have gone too hard, too fast, trying to make his way through traffic, as he is starting to fade right now. But that battle between Trafari and Moffitt starting to heat up again as Moffitt hungry for a podium. Trafari blocks the inside lane, comes back up to try to get the preferred line, trying to break the draft that Moffitt has. And Moffitt all over his back bumper as they haul it off into the quad oval.
Now this is a battle. And neither of these guys look like they're afraid to use the bumper on each other, as we saw Moffitt use it on Trafari once already. So if I'm Trafari, I'm going to do everything I can to try to keep a little bit of a gap between myself and Moffitt.
Absolutely, because if Moffitt gets to his back bumper,
and
he's
he just
not afraid
did.
to turn him, and there it is. There's the bump and run we were waiting for as we are coming up to popsicle sticks in the air. Cole Williams with the lead. Moffitt up into third place. Does Trafari have enough time to reel him in with 2 to go?
That is the question, as Cole Williams now has about a 6/10 second lead over Aiden Kirker coming into turn 3. Pierce Moffitt about 3/10 a second over Connor Trafari in the third position.
And Trafari looks like he is finally fading. The tires have equalized out, and Moffitt has the better car. White flag not in the air? Yes, white flag in the air. Cole Williams with command of this field. Can Moffitt hold on? Trafari going to have one final shot at him for the final spot of the podium. Meanwhile,
Man, he
it's
sent it in there
academic.
hard.
Oh! Kirker bangs the wall coming off of 4. Going to hang on for second. Moffitt for third. Trafari for fourth. And Michael Heath rounding out your top 5. What a finish.
That was exciting. Wasn't as easy as Moffitt said it would for that podium, huh? Yeah, that was a battle.
Yeah, that was throwing haymakers at each other all night long.
And to give Cole Williams some credit, I mean, he was dominant, but he still had to fight some adversity,
He had to work
deal
for
with
it.
damage, and then work his way back through the field.
Yeah, he
for the
definitely
win.
had to work for it. So, we just need to move the top 3 into the waiting room as Cole Williams getting ready to completely annihilate a rear set of tires. Burn them down, son. You earned it. And yep, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. So
So we got Pierce Moffitt, Aiden Kirker, Cole Williams. That was in the reverse. Obviously, Cole Williams is burning him down. He's our winner of the evening. He's going to take home the most money after leading the most laps, winning stage 1 and winning the race. Aiden Kirker didn't win stage 1, but since stage 2, but since Cole Williams did, he did get the stage 2 pot of money. So who was our incident points, though? Do we know that?
Don't know yet. Don't know yet, but we are going to reach out to the man who was the class of the field all night long, burning him down, now doing a Polish victory lap a la Alan Kowicki. Congratulations, Cole Williams. Hello, Cole.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, man, that was.
He's celebrating.
Yeah, I was too celebrating, too much celebrating. Yeah, man, this feels wonderful. I mean, I was furious. You can talk to my guys. I was not happy with the invert and how that was went because we instantly wrecked on the restart. And it was. I thought my race was over. Because I thought I was gonna get trapped back there, and before you know it, it was Willie. Me and Aiden up in the top 3. I think I had to use my fast repair at that point, which ended up I thought was going to end my race because right there the last 20 laps or so when I drug the wall battling with Aiden, I was down a few miles per hour down the straightaway, and I was just telling Aiden basically I was like, if you just go to the inside, I'm not going to put up too much of a fight because this car is killed. Like you're going to catch me probably and pass me, and he went to the inside once and it was kind of late, and I cleared him, and then from there he was just kind of even. And then one lap, he's like, good win, goalie, around the right front. Next thing you know, I look at my mirror, and he's way up the track. So that was a sigh of relief right there. But yeah, I was just worried this right side was not going to last. That right rear, with how you get caught on the wall with these ARCA cars, you get stuck on there, and it kills your car quite literally. And it killed all my straightaway speed away for many runs I could get. But you're able to drive all the way back up in those last 20 laps on 2 right side tires. That was definitely the right call too, to take 2 right there after just taking lefts when I hit the wall and came down for my optionals. And I feel like we called the second half of the race with the cautions the way they were exactly how we needed to. And it was definitely fun once we were sorted out with the invert and stuff, because back there it sure wasn't. It was nerve-wracking, but I was just glad to get at least back up here and be able to battle for the win and ultimately get it.
Well, you mentioned earlier that about catching the wall. We saw you catch the wall as you were slugging it out with Aiden. You were on the high side, he was on the low side. How bad did that affect your turning of the car as we saw you start to play with putting a tire onto the apron to it looked like you were trying to get that car to initiate the turn?
Yeah, I feel like it didn't hurt the cornering as bad. I feel like actually going into the corner, I was able to carry a little bit more because I'm down. Like I was talking to my guys, I was trying to figure out kind of what they were going into the corners, and they were consistently telling me 2 to 3 miles per hour faster. And that was before my optional, and I took my optional. I feel like it gained about a mile per hour back. But I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, the spoiler's a little scraped up, which in this car there's a lot of scrapes that go on for some reason, which basically indicate damage. So yeah, even the right front was even bent up a little bit. So I hit that thing pretty hard. I don't know what I was doing on the outside there, but I feel like it was definitely a little bit tighter. So I was trying to, I know at Charlotte, you hook that paint and it'll kind of turn that nose a little bit. And it did. It helped it a little bit. But other than that, I was just trying to save that right front a little bit. And I figured that Aiden was just going to have better tires too, because he was on maybe 1% better left sides after taking 4 on that stop. And he did. He caught all the way back up to me, but I don't know if it's just dirty air. I feel like these cars are probably the cars besides like the production cars from the 50s or whatever that could produce the best racing, honestly, with the least amount of dirty air and a good bit of speed, kind of like the Xfinity car with a little less dirty air. So I guess he just wore him out trying to sit behind me. I don't know if he's trying to stay clean or if he's trying to make sure that Pierce didn't catch back up to us, but it was still a great battle with him all race long. We fought through a lot of adversity when we got wrecked on that restart. I had a minute and a half of optional, but I figured I'm going to save the fast repair for possibly the green flag stop or something like that, and we never got to that. But I was speaking of fuel, yeah, I was also really close. I'm surprised I didn't run out doing burnouts right there, but I got a little bit scared. I said 2 to green, or I said 2 to go, and I looked and there's 3 laps estimated. I didn't want it to start sputtering, but at the end of the day, I brought it home, and it was definitely fun and memorable race for sure.
Well, Cole, again, congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank Daryl Arnold and, of course, all the guys at FlyBy and the admins for putting this on. Of course, thanks to Don Andrews, Timmy Reed, Kyle Durbin, of course, Rick Kirker and then anyone else who had donated to put this on. That definitely helps us out a lot. Thanks to Ill Media Racing and Black Cloud Racing for, of course, putting out another really fast ARCA Menards Chevrolet back out there. I guess it's Toyota camera on the paint scheme. So putting out another really fast car. Thanks to Stealth Energy, Z's Custom Diecast, and of course Pellet Gaming for on the car. And yep.
All right, Cole. Again, congratulations on the win, and we will hopefully catch you in the next one.
Appreciate it.
So that was our winner, Cole Williams. And John, I believe you have second place, Aiden Kirker, with you now.
Aiden Kirker, what a run. You didn't win stage 2, but you did win the money with Cole Williams in front of you. You were by far the second fastest car on track, but what do you think you could have done differently to have a slightly different outcome?
We got involved in a couple of incidents midway through that race, and it took away some tire sets, so that was definitely difficult. That last run, Cole got ahead of me, and after that, I was just trying too hard, and I drove the right front off of it. So maybe if I was able to stay in front of him when we were racing up through the field, I could have held on and won just so I had the track position. But I mean, I gave it my all tonight.
I would definitely have to agree to that. I mean, we were watching both you and Cole a lot. I mean, it's hard not to. You guys were clearly the dominating cars in the field, and you both fought through a lot of adversity. And to finish 1-2 after having to invert and restart second last to get back to the field, both of y'all being involved in incidents all race, P2 not too bad, in my opinion. So after that being said, do you have anybody you want to thank, anyone else you want to talk about, or anything else for us?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody at Black Cloud Racing, everybody that runs FlyBy, all the people that donated and gave money so we can actually have money up for grabs for this money race. Really appreciated that. Just thank you to all my family that's watching. A little disappointed I couldn't bring home a win for everybody, but I mean, second place is still really solid, especially when you're second place to Cole, who is always a class of the field. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd absolutely say you had a good run. We had a lot of fun watching you. We hope to cover you again. So you have a good night. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, so that was Aiden Kirker, and joining me now is the man in the 41, and we said we were hoping we were going to talk to you in 20 more laps, but you didn't have it easy, Mr. Pierce Moffett. Hello, Pierce.
Hello. That was awkward.
So we said during the interview, as we were getting ready to come back to green there on the final restart, we were hoping we were going to talk to you in 20 more laps, but Connor Trafari did not make it easy on you in the least.
Yeah, definitely not. He was, I think, a bit faster than me, but when he was trying to get around me, I think he burnt up his tires enough so that I could get back to him. Did I get into him on that last pass? If I did, I didn't mean to, but yeah.
It looked like you gave him the chrome horn going into 3 when he got by you, and then as you got by him, it looked clean.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, when he first got past me, I was like, oh, okay, well that didn't go to plan. So I was trying to get him back behind me at any cost. Of course, it didn't really work, but I got back to him in a few laps.
Well, I mean, now knowing what you know, do you think the tire game would have had a different outcome for you had you gone down pit road, or do you think track position was more important and was more of an issue to keep you in the top 3?
Yeah, in hindsight, I would have gone down pit road. I mean, I should have learned after, I forget when it was, but there was another point where I stayed out and everyone else took tires. I think it was the end of stage one, and I lost several spots. So I guess I didn't learn from that, but I can't really complain about third.
All right. Well, Pierce, anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, you guys for broadcasting, everyone who runs this league, all those guys, Rick Bell Custom Rigs, the butt kicker. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, Pierce Moffitt, again, congratulations on the podium, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
So that was Pierce Moffitt. And joining us now, the driver of the number 6 Super Mario Kart uh, Chevy Monte Carlo, Mr. Daryl Arnold. Daryl, not the night you were hoping for, but all things considered, you drove one hell of a race, sir.
Oh, well, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think I needed a few more turtle shells though to protect my car. I got into some trouble, especially early on. I had to use my quick repair. I think like lap 10. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was strong, and I was trying to hang up there with the big dogs, but it just wasn't happening late in the race.
Well, I believe Jonathan and I both agree on this one that you, sir, are being named ESBN Driver of the Night.
Oh, nice. Outstanding. I certainly do appreciate you guys coming out and doing this on such short notice.
Well, thanks for having us. And it was fun all night. It was something different that we normally don't see a lot of leagues run uh, frozen laps under caution. So that was something interesting with timing and scoring that we had to deal with, but adapt, overcome, and persevere. Uh, but you guys put on an amazing show. You should be proud of your entire league for putting on such a show tonight. And if you can stick around afterwards, I do need to have a couple more talks with you. But is there anybody you want to thank before we let you go tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank our league owner, Jesse Martinez. He couldn't race tonight. He's got family obligations, and a few of the other drivers that actually qualified for the race tonight that couldn't make it as well. And just this entire league, I mean, it's a younger league, real good group of kids, young men, and everybody else that's helping, the admins, and of course the broadcasters, yourself, and I think we have PTM do our Cup Series as well. So it's just been all that helps all this come together and just provide a really good environment for the youngsters.
Well, Daryl, again, thank you for having us in your house tonight, and again, hang around to after the broadcast because I do want to talk to you when you get a chance.
10-4, Tony, will do. Thanks, Jonathan.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.
Well, John, uh, another successful race in the books. Uh, your thoughts as we get ready to leave Charlotte?
Nothing. I don't want to say nothing less than what was expected of these guys. These guys race tough. They race for the most part clean, and they're fast. And we saw some tempers flaring. We saw people lift. We saw people not lift. We saw people go around, fight a lot of adversity. You just saw a lot of heart out there, and I want to. It's not really my place to do so, but I want to thank the guys. Like Daryl said, this is a really good group of people, and anybody that doesn't race with these guys or doesn't watch these guys race are really missing out, in my opinion. I want to thank you for coming on short notice, helping out to broadcast these guys. But all in all, I think this was a great race. From the perspective of the drivers, they all ran a really, really good race. Unfortunate for a few of them, but great racing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as far as me coming on short notice, what else am I going to do? I live in upstate New York, where we just went back to, I believe it was orange zone control and DeFuhrer. I mean, the governor has decided that nobody can go see their family for Thanksgiving. So I'm thanking you for inviting me along on this journey. But before we leave, let's take a quick look at the finishing order. as Cole Williams, of course, coming home with the lead, leading the most laps and winning stage 1 as well. I believe he got the pole award. Yes, he did get the pole award as well.
And he won stage 2. Don't forget.
Well, he won stage 1 and won stage 2, but Aiden Kirker got the money for stage 2. And then they inverted the field and all hell broke loose. So as I'm looking down through the finishing order, bear with me here. I'm just checking incident points. The incident points are going to come down between, looks like Butler and not Butler. Butler's going to get it because he's the only one that actually finished the race with 0 incident points.
That's incredible.
So congratulations to Mike Butler in the number 20 for doing that. Also finishing just outside the top 10, I might add, on the lead lap. So clean race for Mike Butler. So Cole Williams coming home with the victory. Aiden Kirker coming home in second. Pierce Moffitt hanging on for third. Connor Trifari, biggest mover of the race, started 18th. Did not post a qualifying time, though. So that might come back to bite him when the cash payouts come around. Hanging on for fourth. Michael Heath in fifth. Timmy Reed in sixth. Seventh going to David Collier. Daryl Arnold in... Collier Timmy Reed in sixth. Collier in seventh. Arnold in eighth. Richard Kirker in ninth. So father and son both finishing in the top 10. So congratulations to the Kirkers for accomplishing that. And I've got Kyle Kemper rounding out the top 10. John?
Yeah, Michael Butler, who we just spoke about, 0 incident points, comes home 11th. Ryan Beckering, and again, Richard Kirker is his uncle. It's going to come out, finish 12th. Mike Cappeggio, 13th. Kenny Heath, 14th. Eddie Spruill, who had a lot of adversity in this race, finishing 15th. Josh Duke is going to finish 16th. Kyle Durbin, 17th. And Willie Cuddy will finish 18th. A couple other drivers that we're not showing on screen right now. Elijah Ennis is going to finish 19th. Unfortunately, he had to pack it up and leave early. Don Andrews, 20th. 21st, Ryan Branshow, I believe, and 22nd would be R.G. Buchanan, and that'll be the field here for the FlyBy ARCA Series Money Race.
Absolutely. So that is going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to turn on the bell notifications, like, favorite, subscribe, share, tattoo it on your dog's butt. But there may or may not be a special broadcast tomorrow night. And that is going to be the super secret thing. So you're going to want to follow us on our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and ESBNofficial.com. Go ahead and head on over to the Facebook and the Twitter for all updates of what is going to be happening tomorrow. So for Mr. John Leach, it's Tony Trapasso saying, remember, folks, as you walk down the road of life, don't play in traffic. Happy Thanksgiving.